Hello, hello, and a very warm welcome to the Q&A with Alcazar and Emmanuel. It's wonderful to have you here with us today. We're streaming to both Evolution One and Stargate social media channels. So please feel free to introduce yourselves in the chat and let us know where you're from. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Crystal from Evolution One, and it's a true pleasure to be here with you. There's always a certain kind of magic that happens when the Evolution One community and the Stargate community come together. And we're very excited for this co-creation and what will unfold in Accelerated Ascension in Slovenia in September. Our session today will be a Q&A with Alcazar and Emmanuel about Accelerated Ascension. So thank you to all of you who submitted your questions beforehand. We will get to as many of those questions as possible in our time together. For now, I'll hand you over to Julianne, Prageet, and Asil, who are excited to receive you. Enjoy, everyone.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
It's always great to be here with Asil. Lovely to see you. Where are you, Asil?
Thank you, Prageet. Thank you, Jules. And thank you, Crystal. I'm in Vienna, Austria. It's pretty warm here, but it's nice to be in the town that I was born in and where my parents have retired. It's, when I return back to a city, I sometimes understand why I left the cities. And there are certain things that I have missed, and I love the vibrancy of a night city life on a summer evening in Europe. So there is beauty of that too.
Beautiful. Well, we're here in Northern California near Shasta, for those who don't know, and excited to see what's going to come through from all these questions. So
our focus with all of these questions is about accelerated ascension and the awakening process that's happening on the planet right now. And I know, Asil, we've been talking about how super powerful the energies have been getting lately.
for sure, yeah. I mean, the work we've been doing has been amplified, like step by step by step. It continues to grow. Every seminar that we do, it seems like it's elevated again. And I think you're experiencing the same kind of thing with your work.
Absolutely. You know what's interesting is we come together in like certain periods of time, and then there are many periods where you guys are delivering and we are delivering, and there is barely any hello and how are you guys doing over there. And
Yeah.
then we come together and we compare notes, as in like what are the things that we're observing in the general field of humanity, in the delivery of our work, and how it's being received. And what I've been sharing with Jules and Prageet is that our last foundations course was the most powerful delivery that I remember, that I experienced, and also the way it was responded back to us from the participants. And what I've noticed is that there is a consistent rising of energies on this earthly plane, definitely affecting humanity. And also, every new moon, every full moon, every solstice, as we did our solstice transmission, is getting stronger and stronger, probably connected to these rising energies. Somehow there is more fuel available to us. Now, more fuel doesn't necessarily mean it's always great. If we don't have internal alignment, that fuel or that extra energy could actually be destabilizing. And so the work we do is about alignment so that we can receive that extra fuel that's here, and we can synchronize and align together to bring this energy in, to ground the energy, and to transmit the energy across the planet.
Yeah, I think most people in the planet are totally unaware of the influences, the strong influences all these different energetics that are impacting us, even the solar flares that are happening, they have an energetic on our field. And like you say, unless you're aligned and you look at the world, the more and more chaos that's happening out there. And so this program that we're wishing to share, in fact, all of our work that we're doing is about helping this internal alignment and also letting go of these old habit patterns, these old semi-conscious or unconscious patterns that we have that are still holding us into the old way of being. And so this whole awakening process is becoming far more rapid if we stay in alignment. And
Mm,
and that's the challenge. It's like as each wave of energy comes in, taking that wave and readjusting. And it's a continual readjustment process and a continual letting go process. And the beauty of both these energies that we work with is that there's nothing to do
Mm.
as
mm,
such. It's just being so totally relaxed that you start to naturally align and adjust with the energies. And when you feel yourself out of alignment, there's something I need to be aware of right now.
mhm,
Okay, the image I just got is that there's all this support for awakening right now. Like this energy coming in is a bit like this wind that's at our backs.
mhm,
And we can either be like standing like this and just getting kind of like blown around and uncomfortable, or we just spread our wings.
Mm,
mhm. Love the image.
And
mhm,
and when we spread our wings, we can fly with these energies.
Mm,
But the spreading of the wings is as simple as actually meditating.
mhm,
And with both of our work, what we're doing is meditating with the quantum field.
mm,
So it makes meditation effortless. It plugs you into that universal current of energy. And what our guide Alcazar has been saying lately is now is the time to awaken. He's actually said that in the past, our own guides and superconsciousness has held back our individual awakening process because those of us who are drawn to spiritual work, drawn to higher consciousness, we're supposed to do it now all together to create this massive wave to draw all of humanity with us.
mm. Yeah, that's an insight that allowed many people to kind of relax and drop their self-judgment. This concept of all of us in this process, this wave of awakening, supported by increased activity and support by the guides and energetically from the universe, even the fact that the whole of the solar system is moving through the universe into an area where there's an energetic of amplification. And so, on so many levels, we're being supported to
mm,
change. And for those people that are aware of this, then you can ride that wave. For those people who are not yet aware of it, you get shaken up.
Mm.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing, even though it's very uncomfortable. Some some people, when they get shaken up, they start to look for another way of being. And more people around the world are looking for a different way of living, wanting to move into a deeper understanding of what's going on, moving into meditation. And both of us are working together with the Stargate experience and you guys with and there's just this hmm, I'm not even sure how to describe it. There's this we're being held in a beautiful energy coaxing us, just saying, come on, it's okay. It's okay. And Alcazar's been for a couple of years now expressing the importance of community, staying connected together, so that we can support each other in these challenging times when we get knocked off our feet, so to speak, not aligned, coming back together again. So let's see some of the questions that are coming up.
I had also just an image arrive as you were talking about this, Brigitte, and it was like, you know, you can be one tiny boat with a tiny little sail and try to sail through the ocean that has massive waves, or we could be together on a giant boat with giant sails, basically sailing very stably together. And to
Mm,
me, that is that synchronization, that is that coming together in these gatherings where we set the sails and we are directed in to a greater alignment, being
mm,
able to be carried forward and onward. To me, that is in some ways very much a preparation, a setting the groundwork for this ascension process that we're going through as humanity.
mm.
And I actually love that vision. It's like we're setting sails together rather than, individually tiny little sailboats going around.
Exactly, yeah.
100%. So this is what I'm really excited for, Seal. Like Stargate community has been developing this field together. Your Evolution One community has rock stars who have been doing your work for years and years also. And the new people coming in are getting like blasted
Mhm.
faster than ever into these states. So with the Stargate, what's been happening is it's becoming not just an energy experience where like people can feel subtle energy, feel their guides, angels, star families, ascended masters. Alcazar is starting to do almost like hardcore yogi training where
Mm,
he's taking us into this inner stillness, and then behind that stillness there's a silence, and he says that silence is not of this reality.
mm,
The silence beyond the sounds, he says.
And another
mm,
word for that is the oneness.
Mm,
So these profound experiences, Alcazar's never spoken this way in the 10 plus years I've been working with Prageet. So this is a profound shift that's happened in the last few months, and it's been developed in the last few months. And now what Alcazar has said is that when we come together in Slovenia for accelerated ascension, it's going to be like this blasting off of
mhm,
this new field.
Actually, using the energy to transform not just ourselves, but actually literally radiating it out around the planet.
mm,
And when that happens, anyone, wherever they are, where there's a certain openness, they will be touched by that energy, an energy that will perhaps give them hope, opportunity. And this is something that we've been doing in the past and had incredible feedback about actually touching people who we don't know. And
mm.
this is going to be something that's beyond the beyond. And I
Yes,
can't wait. I
I'm
can't wait for
I'm so
this.
excited for it. I really am. And I also want to say that this work, as we have been experienced many times before, is not just for the avid meditator or the avid long term practitioner. It really is suitable for someone that is just starting off with their journey as well.
Mm,
Because the field that is held by many, many practitioners. And it is an inviting field, a field that is supportive no matter where you are in your journey, in your awakening journey. And therefore, don't hesitate to bring someone new along that wants to also participate, or someone that has been thinking about it but hasn't dared to join something because it sounds so advanced and they seem so
mm,
new to it. So this is really an open invite to bring even more people into this type of container energetic field where they can be supported alongside with supporting the field itself.
Mm. Yeah, many people, when they start coming into meditation and awakening, think it's gonna be hard work, and they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to meditate. They don't know how to evolve. And as you say, this energy brings them along. Alcazar said that the Stargate work is a bit like stepping onto an escalator. The energy just takes you up, which is a really cool picture.
Yeah, he said that in response to someone saying, "How do I keep climbing the stairway of ascension?" And Alcazar is like, "Beloved, it's an escalator."
The ascension escalator. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's really an invitation to all of you to like step onto that escalator with us.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid, because when you spread your wings, it's not like the wind's gonna take you like too far, too fast, and you're gonna be like, ah. It's always, always with these quantum energies, they are tailored to you. That's the nature of the quantum field. Your own superconscious self is overseeing that process for you.
Mm.
And so you're really receiving energetics that are individually directed to you, and you're part of that huge energy field that's just making it strong and palpable. So before we move into the Q&A, we really want to invite you to come and be with us in person in Slovenia this September. We have this gorgeous group room, so we want to show you
It's
that in a
really
photo.
beautiful.
We're going to be right on the Mediterranean Sea.
You can see the ocean there. It's beautiful. And the invitation to discover which one of these seats is yours.
Yeah, this is our question for you. So really, like, it's gonna be a pop-up community. There's 3 hotels
Mm.
all within walking distance of the venue, and it's right on the Mediterranean Sea. So please come be with us in person. It is infinitely more powerful, and it is powerful at home. We're live streaming this, but there's nothing like being in the group room, because you're stepping out of your normal, ordinary life into a container,
Mm.
and it's like an ocean of energy.
Some people have said over the years that I don't like being with a large group of people. And this is different. Yes, there are hundreds of people from countries around the world. And it's different because they are all feeling each other. They're all opening to new friends. And so if that's something that has troubled you in the past, it's like being with family. It's discovering people that are like-minded, people with similar experiences, feeling alone out in the world. And then all of a sudden, you know you're not alone anymore. You know that there's support. And it's a beautiful, relaxing experience. So don't be concerned.
You know,
Come.
in this last workshop we did in person in Vienna, some of the people that came like for the first time into an in-person experience, they said, I feel like I've known all these people before. I feel like I'm just entering into a space that feels like home, like immediately being welcomed with open heart. And that was a feeling that they have not had in other
Mhm.
spiritual retreats or experiences before, but it seemed so second nature and normal to us that of course
Mm.
they're here because they are part of this soul group, soul container, this home, and there is a reason for them to be there. And
Mm.
I love that. I love creating not just community, but more than that, family, a reunion for this great awakening, this great ascension process that we're in.
Yeah, that's something that as people come into it, it's difficult to grasp the possibility that this is not an accident. You have come here in this lifetime at this time to participate. And as you connect with the Stargate and Ascension 1, you start to realize, wow, I planned this. And now I'm starting this remembering process.
Mhm.
And that feeling of family really touches us.
So Alcazar calls this the planetary transition team.
Mm.
He says literally there are spirit souls, us, who we specialize in the descension and ascension process. And so it's like we go into these planetary systems where it's known that we're going to go into deep unconsciousness. Like the dark ages are coming for us. And and as a soul, it's like we specialize in hearing the call to reawaken when it's time. So like that's how we make this impact. This is how we transform the planet, is by like being absolutely drawn to the reawakening process. So it's clearly like the people who are drawn to this work, we know each other. Like we've probably done this on other planetary systems before.
Yes.
Okay. So are we ready for questions now?
I'm curious. I've heard there's been amazing questions that came in, and many of them. We'll answer as many as we can, of course. Crystal, what you got for us?
Yes, thanks, guys. Yeah, there was 80 plus questions that came in, so we will answer as many as we can. Yeah. All right. Is everybody, are all three of you ready for
Ready?
these questions? All right. Great. Since the previous accelerated ascension events, how have the activations impacted our group consciousness, and where are we right now?
Well, I think we've touched a little on that already. There's been this stepping up of the work, of the experiencing. More and more people have been dropping into undiscovered spaces, into inner silence, inner stillness. And that's continuing. And we're looking forward to this next big upgrade of the experience in Slovenia. And the question, where are we now? That's a difficult one to answer because we are just here now. And where are we now has a sense of a journey, a goal. All I can say about that is we're further along the path than we ever have been before.
Greetings. My name is Emmanuel. The depth and quality of your presence has changed as a result of all the experiences you've had before, as a result of the activation of the Ascension templates within you. You have grown significantly. You have become the person that you are today. Your perception has shifted. Your ability to be present has impacted your ability to consciously create your reality. Your ability to connect with others across this planet on the quantum field of humanity, as well as create a major transformational wave of energy that will assist those that are also affected by the rising energies on this plane. Your ability to receive this energy, your ability to be present with this rising energy has strengthened as a result of the prior experiences together. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. What's the relevance of Slovenia in accelerated ascension, the place where the workshop will be transmitted from?
Energy lines, as they run across the planet, congregate and connect with other energy lines, creating nodes and supernodes on this planet. The nodes of this energetic grid support the field in which humans live and exist. This energetic grid that spans across the planet serves all of consciousness, most importantly, the awakening of human consciousness. Portorož in Slovenia is such a node, a significant node that connects many energetic lines moving from the African continent, the Asian continent, into the European continent. These energy lines, as they are connecting in Portorož, create an energetic field, a support mechanism for the practices, the reception, and the level of depth and presence that can be achieved in that field. Therefore, observe and receive the power of such places and amplify this energy to support all of humanity across the planet. Thank you for your question.
As you can see, it is no accident that this place has been chosen, but also this country of Slovenia. It is a place of mountains, of lakes, of incredible beauty. And simply by being there on the ocean, it is so much easier to connect with nature, to connect with the earth, to really feel yourself as part of this consciousness, Gaia or Terra. And by being there with that grounded energetic, it allows you to move into higher realms, still connected to your humanness, still bringing in these higher realms into your humanness more easily, more readily. It is a place to feel yourself in a whole new way. Okay.
And there's another layer of significance. These two, Pragit and Julian, and the Stargate work have been in this very hotel in Slovenia once before. In your 2019, they gathered with over 500 Stargaters, individuals who came with the express purpose of anchoring a blueprint for a new humanity. And so, beloved ones, this is a place, this hotel, this venue is a place where potent energetic work has happened in the past. It is a place where you will be gathering to create yet another up-leveling in the very spaces of higher consciousness, which become available to humanity through you. So understand, it is through your gathering together in this place that you generate the very field that you are waiting for your own expansion to occur. Okay.
Thank you. How do the guides perceive our ascension process happening in the next few years amidst the predicted chaos? And how can we mitigate these disastrous events with our spiritual participation in your events?
This is a beautiful question. And let us say this. All of humanity, every single person, is connected to what we call the morphic field or the morphogenetic field. Your presence, your vibration affects that field. Everyone's vibration, high or low, affects that overall field. When you come together, as you have done in the past and are about to create again in the near future, when you come together, you amplify each other's vibration. When you are in a space together, intending to move together into these higher experiences, the amplification that occurs simply between you is magnificent. And then add to that the support from so many realms and dimensions who are coming together to support this gathering. When you receive our support into your humanness, and then you radiate and connect with the hundreds of others present and around the world, you create a massive wave of energy into this morphogenetic field of humanity. And so these processes, as you continue into the so-called future, you are creating waves of consciousness that elevate the overall vibration of the morphic field of humanity. And so everyone, no matter what their current vibration, is gently uplifted. And so even those who are on the opposite spectrum that you perhaps call the dark side or the unconscious, they too are part of this morphogenetic field. And they too are gently uplifted. And there have been more and more demonstrations more recently of those who have been focused on manipulation and control in the past. Some of the younger generation are starting to look and say, no, I do not choose that way. I choose something new. So as you work with the morphic field of humanity, understand you are indeed uplifting the whole of humanity. Okay?
Thank you. How can we educate our children to develop their life purpose and support their ascension?
Another beautiful question. The first thing to understand is that these new children, as they come in at these times, the very new ones, and even those who are now in their teenage and early 20s, they have come with a purpose. They have come to support that which you are doing and to move it into the next level of awakening. This is a process which has been guided, which has been worked upon beyond the veil with yourselves and those who are following on. So first of all, do not look at the children in a way that they are less than. Look at the children as little masters. Allow them to develop in their own way. Do not try and put them into a mold from where you have come. Allow them the freedom assist them in understanding this chaotic world that they are living in. But their education, so to speak, needs to be one of allowing freedom to explore. This, we understand, is challenging in your societies as they are right now. But many of those in the education system are also ready to change it. So you can support your children by supporting change in the education system, but also giving them that which you can see will benefit them, to allow themselves to continue to be creative, to understand how creation occurs through their own intention, vibration, and love. And so it is indeed a challenging time for these younger ones, but trust in their inner knowing also. Support them in listening to their inner knowing. Okay. Hmm.
Thank you. How do the guides perceive the role of humanity's ascension in the broader context of the universe?
This is a significant moment for humanity, and as such, the experience in human form is a great gift to be present, alive, to be participating and co creating this ascension, this maturation and transformational process of the human consciousness collective. All collectives are connected, all planes of consciousness are connected and are one. Therefore, your evolution impacts all of consciousness. Your growth, your maturation, you as a collective evolving into a new plane of existence, into a new state of consciousness, therefore increases the frequency, increases the ecosystem of consciousness in its frequency, in its ability to raise above the states that they have been. Therefore, your evolution is connected to the evolution of all of consciousness. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. How can illness accelerate ascension? How do we turn around hardships into miracles?
As all misalignments come to surface in the rising energies on this earthly plane, illness and the unprocessed elements of the past will be an ally in your evolution, in your transformation. All the past elements unprocessed, including the misalignments perceived as illness or dis-ease, are to be seen as catalysts for awakening, as mechanisms to remind you of a greater process that requires your attention. A greater alignment within you will support the completion of cycles of the past, will bring forth realizations and a greater alignment within, and therefore will increase your state of well being, allowing any illness or disease to complete in its purpose. Therefore, all aspects of life, including misalignments, carry significant purpose, and at this time of evolution, being an important catalyst for transformation. Thank you for your question.
How can we support our physical bodies through these side effects of energetic shifts and ascension symptoms, including detox and healing, without using pharmaceuticals for pain?
And so, beloved one, it is important to understand the source of your pain. There are so many ways to support the body as it moves through the ascension process. And we have said in the past, pain is always a holding on. There are ways that you can use higher frequencies to move the energy in your body and create an instantaneous realignment, a balancing effect. You can, in fact, very often in the energy fields when you meditate and simply relax, experience a few moments where the pain simply disappears. However, many of you on this path have experienced pains that do not go away, pains that are lingering, that show up again and again. And so it is of vital import to understand that even your modern medicine is a gift from spirit. So it is beautiful. You are wishing to avoid pharmaceuticals. If you require assistance, there are so many branches of healing that you can turn to. There are the ancient, almost lost arts of your herbalism. Where do these modern pharmaceuticals come from? So often these companies are sending representatives into indigenous cultures to find the herbs, the plants that can support. And so we would invite you to broaden your perspective. Yes, look for the root cause of your pain. Look on the emotional, the psychological levels. Those are of vital import because there is always an unconscious protection mechanism in your brain mind that is anchoring that imbalance in the body. The body is a reflection, but also you can look at your musculoskeletal structure. You can look at your Chinese medicine and the ways it can assist energy to flow in the body. So do not limit yourself to just one pathway. Understand this is awakening. Humanity is moving into a global renaissance of healing. And that will happen through your spirituality, but it will also happen through your science, becoming more aligned with integrity. And there are solutions out there, even now as we speak, that are being suppressed. Why? Because they are too effective. This one, Prageet, just received exosomes, which are created by stem cells that generate massive potential for renewal. And the doctor who provided these was explaining they could put the rehab clinics out of work. And this is why they are not more widely known. So we would encourage you to love yourself, embrace all solutions that are available to humanity, and you will be drawing in the new. So, yes, do not settle for the pharmaceuticals, for they are designed to keep you as a customer.
Thank you. How can people who smoke, drink, and eat poorly still have strong intuition and gifts? And will this continue amidst the rising energies?
The proliferation of an existing spiritual gift does not require full alignment in the rest of the bodies. Therefore, one can truly develop intuition and strong spiritual gifts, yet other parts of their being can find themselves in misalignments, compensating for a certain lack, for a certain gap in their presence. Yet on the journey of greater alignment, an individual will find themselves consistently seeking greater and greater alignment, and therefore alignment proliferates alignment. An individual that is finding states of alignment of the mind, the heart, the physical body, the energetic spiritual construct will recognize what actions are aligned with this newly established alignment, what resonates and what does not resonate. Therefore, it is not about establishing rules for yourself. It is about the internal alignment naturally directing you and guiding you to make the choices that feel most resonant. Do not judge others by their activities and by their choices. Do not wonder how they have established certain gifts while still carrying the misalignments that they have. Focus on your alignment and allow this alignment to continue to develop within you, guiding you forward into all activities, actions, connections, and relations, creations of resonance. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Alcazar, what are the potential applications of our dormant divine human abilities during ascension?
Beloved ones, you are on a journey towards that which you call enlightenment. We have said in the past, we have reminded you that you are an eternal being. You have lived in other planetary positions before you became human. You have come from enlightened civilizations from around your universe and beyond, some of you. So you do not have to work hard to become enlightened. It is just a remembering process. It is a process of letting go of the limitations that you have been living through on your human journey over perhaps hundreds of lifetimes. You came here to participate in an experience, an experiment. So, if you have been enlightened before, why do you not simply drop now into enlightenment? Because, beloveds, there is joy in the experience. It is joy in rediscovering little by little who you truly are, what you can do, how much more you can feel, how much more you can start to relate and communicate with other dimensional beings, the star families, but also the nature realms, the dragon realm. Other realms are available to you. This is a vast, vast experiential playground. And so your process of awakening is gentle. Savor every single step along the way. We have said in the past, enjoy eating your food, because in times to come, you will not eat anymore. There will be no need. So enjoy this 3D experience. Enjoy this physical body as it is. Appreciate the messages that it's giving to you through the physical, emotional experiences of being human. And yes, you are on a planetary evolution. Your Earth is about to join the universe. It is accelerating, as you have heard, but enjoy, savor every moment, every experience. And then at some point in your future, you will return back to that enlightened state. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy how existence opens up to you as you are ready for each revelation in your life. We thank you for a beautiful question.
Thank you. Emmanuel, what role do the Elohim play in humanity's ascension, and how can we connect with them more deeply?
Through agreed upon projects and interventions, the Elohim provide their support for the evolution and the ascension of humanity. This support includes the projects that you experience as the Stargate, as well as this Community of Evolution 1. Yet recognize that even despite the support that is provided to you by the Elohim through many different conduits, it is you, the individual, that requires to choose this evolution for themselves. The completion, the alignment, the deep states of presence, the expansion of consciousness, the journey to become a conscious creator of your own, the journey to understand the non dual connected nature of oneness. That is yours to embrace. The processes, the mechanisms, as well as the experiences provided to you, alongside with the messages and the words, are merely a guiding force. yet it is yours as an individual to choose, as that is your free will. Humanity will request consistently to have all of their past completed for them. Humans will request the realizations to emerge immediately and complete cycles of pain, suffering, and misalignment. The incomplete past shall magically disappear by the intervention of higher powers. Yet this process of ascension requires a fine balance of intervention and support, yet allowing you to be the one that chooses, to be the one that learns, to be the one that completes and evolves, so that you are truly empowered in your journey as the one that has chosen and completed the journey themselves. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Alcazar, we all need this work as the Earth's energies rise. How do we help those who are not consciously on an awakening path through intention and practice?
Understand, beloved one, that when you are simply on your own life's journey and you elevate yourself beyond where you have previously been anchored, whether that is through energy experiences or whether that is through letting go, completing the old cycles of the past, as Emmanuel is speaking of. Whenever you free yourself, you free up pathways in the morphogenetic field that connects all of humanity. And in truth, those of you on the spiritual awakening journey are having impacts that you cannot possibly even know of. Your impact is invisible. Your impact is silent. And yet, if we could give you a glimpse of how you assist in humanity's overall expansion into greater freedom, greater calmness, and greater honoring of all life, we would ask you to ponder this. Take a moment. Think about the greatest shift in your own consciousness that you have ever experienced. The greatest moment of transcendence. The most blissful, perhaps, or the most free you have ever felt. For higher states impact each individual uniquely. Some of you are wired for bliss, and others are wired for clarity. So take a moment to recall moments of expansion that you have tasted, that you have experienced. And now simply think about how vastly distant those moments of expansion are from your ordinary waking reality. And you will start to get a sense that when you enter these states, the impact that even just one individual can have greatly, exponentially outweighs the ordinary waking state. It creates a phenomenon in the field that connects you all. Now imagine an entire group, thousands of people around the world, all entering that state simultaneously in the same moment of time together. And you will start to realize that even a small group of individuals can have an outsized impact. And the impact you are making is vast. Yes, you are providing an opening into those spaces, but beloveds, know it well. You are also providing a clearing on behalf of your nations, on behalf of your planetary civilization. Okay.
Thank you, Alcazar. Emmanuel, where are the current rising energies coming from in our galaxy or universe? And were there times in Earth's past when there was a similar escalation of energies?
This known universe, as you experience it, consistently goes through cycles of increasing energies. These cycles affect various galaxies and different segments of the universe. At times, specific alignments within the universe proliferate and amplify the rising energies additionally. These cyclical waves of rising energies provide the fertile ground as well as the catalyzing force for change, for transformation, for evolution. Therefore, observe these waves and these rising energies, just the waves, just the way the waves of an ocean would occasionally rise and occasionally calm. Just the way nature provides cycles of change. This rising energy is such change. Your solar system was meant to align at this time with the rising energies. Therefore, it was understood that humanity's state of maturation would coincide and align with this particular time, allowing the maturation and the awakening of humanity to be supported by these rising energies. These waves of change have occurred before and have assisted many other civilizations and forms of consciousness to evolve or to complete their physical existence and to iterate again for a new iteration of learning and growth. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Alcazar, when I am immersed in a meditation with you or Emmanuel, I am so focused on finding and maintaining the stillness that the 3D world falls away. Tell us more about how we will manage both worlds and what it will be like when we are to embody our multi-dimensionality.
Mm. Beloved one, you are on an adventure. It is not for us to tell you the highs that are coming to you. We encourage and support you to drop into these places of stillness, of silence. Drop into these places where you can connect more readily to that which we call your superconscious self, or your higher self, if you prefer that term. In that stillness, in that closer connection to the higher aspects of who you already are, then your humanness starts to experience the guidance, the inner guidance from your superconscious, you guiding you, your superconscious awareness guiding your humanness. This silence, stillness allows you to hear, feel, sense the inner guidance of your true self. And as you allow and investigate and flow with that inner guidance, you will find yourself in situations in your daily life that encourage new, beautiful tastes, awarenesses, even in regular situations that you didn't have before. When you connect with someone, you find yourself feeling them in a whole new way, understanding them in a different way, not reacting to them because of who you think they are from the past, but responding to them in the moment and creating a whole new evolving relationship rather than the static relationships that you tend to hold with people right now. As you start to discover this inner stillness, this inner silence, whole new experiences open up to you. You are all unique. You will all have these discoveries in different ways at different times. So rather than trying to guess or be told what is going to happen, drop into the stillness. Welcome your own intuition, this inner guidance, and enjoy the journey. Okay?
Thank you. One last question for both Alcazar and Emmanuel. What is the most effective thought we can hold as holders of light as we ascend vibrationally?
The most effective state of being requires no thought at all. In fact, a thought is an element that separates you as an individual, expressing a diverse perspective. If you truly seek the evolution of humanity and your support, it is that expansion, that dissolution into oneness that will proliferate and support the awakening of all of humanity. Yet, in moments of individual expression, you will recognize that the dualistic nature of this reality will seek for your attention. the mind, the heart, the body will respond to this attention seeking of reality. It is for you to remind yourself that you can truly hold a higher perspective, a higher state of being, no matter the human experiences you have. It is for you to remind yourself and feel within that moments of silence are truly golden. Therefore, coming together in these groups and communities, in these gatherings of witnessing and experiencing oneness, is the greatest choice you as an individual can make in your support to the ascension process of you individually and all of you as a collective. Thank you for your question.
So, beloved ones, as Emmanuel has highlighted, the greatest space that you can hold is this space of no mind, that space that transcends your ordinary human experience. There are so many ways you can express in this reality, and yet, whilst you are in one particular form of expression, you are locked in to one trajectory. When you gain the ability to pull back into that vast silent space, you are suddenly able to see all of the trillions of rabbit holes of thought that are happening in your reality. And so, indeed, it is not a particular thought that you can hold to assist in humanity's awakening. It is the very transcendence of thought, the transcendence into a space that enables you to know thyself as a beingness. Because then you are holding open for humanity itself to also transcend. There are so many systems in your third dimensional reality that are simply ready to crumble. There is an infinite potential right now, so much support from spirit for the very breaking down of these old systems, and yet the establishment of a field of thought within humanity that longs for something higher is still waiting to crystallize into place. You can see the divisiveness that is occurring in your societies. This is intentionally seeded here. It is to keep humanity from the very awakening that is on your doorstep. For the powers that be wish to divide and conquer, as they say. So when you look upon your world and you see this divisiveness, we wish for you to see it for what it is. It is a silly game that people play because they wish to fit in to a certain social group. We wish for you to transcend these perspectives and to hold within you the desire for all of humanity to be cared for all of humanity to have the opportunity to grow beyond the current structures, and for the new ways to be established, new structures that can truly support individual freedom, freedom to live, freedom to breathe, freedom to pursue your own unique life's path.
Beloved ones, it is naturally within you, this drive to awaken. The mind takes this and wants to be there now. But in order for this process to flow, you need to be in the now. You need to be with what is happening within you and around you with a little more awareness. So, yes, you already want to be enlightened. That is the mind wishing to be there now. Be more present in the moment. Be more conscious of how you are, whether you are responding to the situation or reacting, the old habit patterns, the old ways of being. So be more present in the moment, and that will take you a little faster, perhaps, to the goal. But if you are in the moment, there is no rush. You are simply enjoying the now. When you gather together, you all bring yourselves into the now, into that place that allows your natural progression into your own evolution. And this natural flow, amplified by hundreds and hundreds of you, creates this beautiful wave that can bring with you people around the world that you do not know, who will never know you, but who will benefit from this wave of energetic support coming from you as humans, rather than the support coming from the other realms. The support for human to human is extremely beautiful, and it is part of why you are here now. We thank you all for joining us for these moments together. It is a wondrous joy for us to be here with this one, Asil, and the whole crew, the whole team from Ascension 1, and supported by the beautiful Stargate team also. We are indeed moving together into wonderful times.
Thank you for the wisdom, the inspiration that has come through from both Alcazar and Emmanuel through Asil, Jules, and Prageet.
Thank you, Crystal. And thank you, Asil. It's been a joy again just to share some moments with you.
It's fantastic, yes. And I'm just the witness to the beauty and the magic that comes through. You know, always, always inspiring and often mind blowing what is shared and the type of perspective that elevates our perspectives.
Mhm. Yeah, it's truly beautiful to access these higher spaces. And I know for so many, including myself, as we're simply listening to these questions and answers, the field behind the words is exquisite.
Mm.
So I just want to thank and acknowledge everybody who's here with us, because I can feel you. And this is what we're creating together, is just simply this coming together, establishing this field and witnessing where it can take us.
Mm. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm running out of power here. The laptop is. I'm not. I have a lot of power.
Yes.
Is there
Yes.
anything that stood out for you, Prageet or Jules, in these answers?
Yes, not specifically the answers as such, but just this feeling that everything underneath is perfectly okay.
Mm,
We are proceeding. It is accelerating. We
mhm,
are supported. And just to feel on some level there's a joy in this process. And yes, there are definitely times of struggle in my life and in everyone's, but it doesn't feel desperate anymore. It feels like whatever's happening, I can move through this.
mhm.
So it's this overall feeling, this overall sense of, yes, it's finally happening. I think we've been here for so long, so many lifetimes, and now this is the one.
Definitely
So bring it on.
coming together with you guys. There's a very unique energy in the field, and there's a, you know, I can't even like listen to all the answers as they come through when I'm in the state, but I feel how the field feels. Like I feel how the energy is that's present. It's like building up towards this experience in Slovenia, this accelerated
Mm.
ascension process. And I am really, really, really excited about it. And I hope that, and I know that many, many, many will join. And I'm just going to put this QR code here. So just in case people don't know where to go. And it's really a moment in time that creates ripples, not just across this plane of this planet, but also across time.
Mm.
As many things of the past complete, as many things of the future possibilities unfold, we change existence on earth. We
Mhm.
change humanity as it is by doing what we're doing. And to me, Accelerated Ascension has always had that energy of great and massive transformation as
Mm.
a collective. So I am beyond excited.
Well, you're getting into the really big picture there. And
Yes.
well, I mean, Alcazar's been saying that what's happening on the earth is literally transforming, changing the
Mm,
universe. That's why the Stargate and Ascension 1 is working towards changing the earth so that the earth can elevate back up into its rightful place in the universe. And he talks about this being an experience and experiment. And people have come from all these different star families, come put this bodysuit on, become human. With all our different DNA from all these different star families, we've been mixing and merging and changing and elevating, and we're going to be bringing something very special back to the universe. And one of those elements is that we're developing compassion, a
mm,
depth of compassion to share. Hmm.
And the richness of emotion, this being a water planet, water being emotion,
mm,
human beings having these vast arrays of cosmic akashic records the places we came from before we were human. Alcazar has said that we're the cream of the crop of the universe. That essentially all these different planetary systems, like the Octurians or the Pleiadians, they've been evolving on their planetary system in their reality for like millions of years. They've been enlightened. And so what the earth is as an experiment is a place where volunteers were selected from vastly different realities to come and cohabitate, forget who we truly are, and as we reawaken, we create something totally new for the universe. So there's like almost like a treasure trove of rich experiencing that our spirits have that we have no idea about yet. That this is the rediscovery process that we are on. And for me personally, what I'm most excited about for Accelerated Ascension 3, for real, is coming together and just relaxing. Because I
Yes.
know it's going to be so powerful. And I know that these glimpses of going beyond where I've ever been before are coming. And these are the states that we attain when we're together. We generate the very rocket fuel that takes us there, as each and every person experiencing the field amplifies and radiates.
Yeah, I read a long time ago from Barbara Messiniak, and she said the earth is a living library. And the library is not in books, it's in our very DNA. And so something very incredible is going to happen as we all elevate together and we start this whole new planetary awareness. So we're on one step. This is just one more step, or one more gentle glide on that escalator. So come enjoy with us.
Please do. If you can come in person, there is gonna be nothing more beautiful than having seaside dinners by the Mediterranean Sea in late summer after having done incredible transformational and spiritual uplifting work with family. So, and if you can't join us there in person, you'll still be receiving magnificent transformational process. Also, being part of this family community field that we're all in. So, thank you for joining today. And also, we have Lionsgate, right? Let's not forget about that.
Yes.
That's
Yes, sir.
August 8th.
8/8 Lionsgate. We're
That's
going to do a free live stream. And if you have not experienced Stargate work and Evolution 1, Asil Toksal's work coming together, you got to show up. We're going to give you a taste of the actual energy experiences that can happen.
Great. Okay, we won't keep you any longer because we could just talk like this for hours. But thank you all so much for your time and your support. And we look forward to seeing you somewhere on this small planet in the future.
blessings. Have a good one. See you soon.
Bye-bye.